What's going on, guys? One love out to everybody. We got UFC Fight Night Vera versus Cruz. Prediction, guys, not much breakdown for this card. This fight card starts at 4 p.m, so I'm still a little early. We're going to jump through this real fast. We got 13 fights. Before I get started, hit the thumbs up button, subscribe to this channel. Also, check out my Patreon account for all the face-off prediction and prop plays. Also, you can donate to my PayPal account. Let's fly through these real quick here, guys. Knock this out. First fight here, we have Youssef Zalal versus Damon Blackshear. I think Blackshear is a short notice here. I'm going to go with Zalal here for the win. I'm going to say Zalal by decision. I just feel like he's a little more well-rounded here. But still be careful. All right. Next fight, we got Jason Witt versus Josh Quinlan. Josh Quinlan is a very explosive guy, very powerful, pretty skilled guy, but he was on steroids, and he actually admitted it, that he was on roids. So, I mean, how does he look when he's not on roids? Don't know. Jason Witt is a veteran, but he's been knocked out 6 times. I mean, he could take down Josh, his possibility, or wear him out in the fight. Probably pull off a decision by grinding with the wrestling, but how long can he do that for? You know, Josh pack of power, but like I said, he was on steroids, so he's not sure what he's going to look like. But, I mean, this is a tough one to pick, man. This one I probably may stay away from, guys. I would advise you to stay away from this one. Because Jason Wood could win it just from experience. You know, Josh is not that experienced, and also he was on roids. I'm going to go with Josh here still, you know. Jason Witt may look for takedowns, but what I see from Josh, he got decent takedown defense, but again, he was on some substance. Yeah, I'm going to go with Josh by KO TKO in the first round, and I'm not confident at all, and this is a fight where I'll probably stay away from. Alright, guys. Next fight, we got Ode Osbourne versus Tyson Nam. I'm liking Ode Osbourne here, speed, quick at the movement, also got power, but Tyson Nam also has power too, man. Can get flat-footed, but he has power in that right hand, so, if Osbourne is not careful, he can get caught. So this is a tough one here too, man, because there's a knockout chance by both guys. But I'm going to go with Osbourne here. I'm going to say Osbourne by decision, but be careful because Nam land that right hand, it could be over. Alright. Next fight, we got Gabriel Benítez versus Charles Ontiveros. It's a tricky one here too, man, because I feel with Charlie here, Charlie I don't feel like he... I mean, he's skilled. His stand-up is skill. His taekwondo is skill. You know, power in his punches and kicks, fast movements, but his ground game is not there. And certain things about him, just look like he's not the UFC caliber. I'm not disrespecting the guy. I'm just speaking from my notes. He doesn't look like he belongs in there, man. But Gabriel Benítez has been fading, and believe it or not, if Charlie land a head kick or spinning back kick, spinning heel kick, he could knock out Gabriel in this fight, man. That's why this fight is kind of like a tough one to predict. Even though Charlie may not, be the more well-rounded guy here, but if Gabriel doesn't come in here and go for wrestling and takedown, he can pull off a submission. I'm gonna go with the veteran. I'm gonna say Gabriel by submission first round, but be careful because, like I said, Charlie, his kicks, his taekwondo movement is quick, and Gabriel is kind of hittable, man. It's been hittable lately, and he can get knocked out. So if Charlie land that head kick or spinning heel or spinning back kick or even a punch, Gabriel can get knocked out, man. So be very careful. But I'm going to go with Gabriel by submission first round, guys. Nina Nunes versus Cynthia Calvillo. This fight was supposed to happen way back, but it's happened on this card. I believe I went with Nunes on this one. What I see from Calvillo, she's like kind of flat. Striking is not there. She just doesn't look the same anymore. And she doesn't really go for takedowns anymore. She gets tired in the first round. She gave up in the last fight. I'm going to go with Nunes here. I'm going to say Nunes by decision, but not confident. We got Lucas Brazili versus Martin Buday. Brazili came off the Contender Series. I believe both guys came off the Contender Series. Brazili here, though, man, his striking is kind of suspect. Chin is in the air. He's punching and twisting around. But he throws heavy, but he's just technique. He's his foundation, the way how he strikes, just seems open. Chin is up, he's swinging punches, and it's like he's open. He can get countered. Martin Buday is a little more tighter with the strikes, a little more technical. I'm gonna go with Buday here, guys. I'm gonna say Buday by KO TKO first round, guys. All right, but be careful about both heavy guys, man. And even though Lucas here, it looks kind of sloppy with the technique, but just take one punch, man. You know what I'm saying? Next fighter, we got Angelica Hill versus Lupita Godinez. If Lupita Godinez comes into this fight like how she was in her last fight, she will beat Hill. If she come in with that same explosiveness, cardio is on point, and the takedowns, because her last fight, look at she prepared well. If she came in there with the same training, she will beat Hill. So I'm gonna go with Lupita. I'm gonna say she come in the same. I'm gonna go with Lupita. I'm gonna say Lupita Godinez by decision, guys. We got Gerald Merchant versus Bruno Silva. This one is our next fight here, where it's like Merchant sometimes he's on, sometimes he's off. Sometimes he get the submission, sometimes he don't. If you stand up too long with a guy who's heavy hitter, he get knocked out. So Silva's a little bit more consistent, but he doesn't have the experience in UFC like what Gerald Merchant have. So Merchant is more veteran, so he would know how to win the fights. But again, he get knocked out. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes you go for takedowns and he just doesn't get it. He falls to his back, trying to look for a submission off his back. I'm gonna go with Bruno Silva here. I'm gonna say Bruno Silva by KO TKO first round, but not confident, guys. Ariane Lipski versus Priscilla Kohiro. This is the next fight here too that was supposed to happen but didn't. This one here is the next one with Lipski here. She's striking, she has a technique, movement is good. Sometimes she just don't perform and she dropped the ball. With Priscilla here, not the most technical, but she has the mental and she just push forward and just grind. Kind of wild, kind of open, sloppy technique, but again, she pulled off the fight. I felt she lost her last fight. But again, Lipski is a more technical fighter here. I believe Lipski is a more well-rounded person here too. But again, she would drop the ball because of mental. You know what I'm saying? She would come in there and be striking, and all of a sudden, she probably fall to her back and Priscilla just ground and pound her out. So be careful with this one. But I'm going to go with Lipski for the win. I'm not confident either, guys, but this one can go either way. I'm going to say Lipski by decision. Not confident. Devin Clark versus Azmat Mirzanov. It's the next tricky one here, man. With Azmat against his last fight here, he almost lost that fight, but he pulled off a knockout with the knee in the third round, but he was losing the fight when he fought Tafon Totriki. I know I mispronounced that, but he would have lost a fight if he didn't get a knockout with the knee. But he's a technical guy, man. He looks skilled, but he looked like he was tired in that fight, and he just, I don't know. I mean, his hands are quick. His movement, he's more of a first round finisher, but he can get a finish in the third round, it shows. But he looks like he gets tired in the fight, and his technique is not bad. But I feel with Devin Clark has been there, veteran, faced tough competition. He's supposed to can grind on a win here, man, in my opinion. But again, Azmat packed power though. But I feel that Devin Clark's seen it already, so he should be able to win this fight. But Devin Clark will drop the ball, so be careful with this one. But Azmat is not a bad fighter though, man. But I'm gonna go with Devin Clark. I'm gonna say Devin Clark by decision, guys. I'm not confident because Clark will drop the ball, man. Next fight we got Yazmin Jauregui versus Lazmin Lusudo. Both newcomers here. I like what I see from Yazmin. She's a technical striker, heavy-handed. Her ground defense is pretty good. Lazmin, pretty light on the feet, can go for takedowns too. She's not bad. This is a tough one to pick, but I'm going to go towards Yazmin here. I'm going to say Yazmin by decision, guys, but not confident. Next fight, we got David Onama versus Nate Landwehr. This is a good fight here. With Nate Landwehr here, he can be hittable at times and can get knocked out, man. David Onama he's a hard guy to put away, man, and he's durable. So, I mean, if Nate goes toe-to-toe with him, I could see Onama winning the fight just off of durability. I don't feel Nate is as durable as Onama. And if it comes to the ground, David Onama ground game is not bad either. So, I'm liking David Onama. I'm going to say David Onama by KO TKO, guys, in the first round. Main fight here, it's a good matchup. Marlon Vera versus Dominic Cruz. This one was going kind of back and forward. I was kind of saying Dominic Cruz may can win this fight, But what we've seen from Dominic Cruz lately, it seems like he's been, you know, fading slightly. You know, he's a little more hittable now. Doesn't move his feet as fast, or you know, doesn't move out of the way as quickly as he used to, right? So you know, like I said, you know, he's still a skilled guy. You know, I'm not taking anything away from him, but doesn't move the legs like he used to. You know, his knee injuries, you know, that plays a factor. Even though he had surgery, but you know, he still messed up his knee. You know, his last with Pedro Munoz, even in the case of Cannonier, he was hittable in those fights. You know, he's getting caught in those fights. And Marlon Vera has been improving, man. So, I mean, yeah, against Young Dong Song, I felt he won that fight. All those kind of close. But I feel Marlon Vera just has been improving. So, but Cruz is a smart fighter, though. His IQ is smart. But the body, I don't know if his body's going to hold up. It's 5-round fight. I don't know if his body's going to hold on, man. And like I said, he's been hittable lately. You can catch him now and hurt him and knock him down, but he will recover. Marlon Vera just been looking good. And his fight, his way he moves, his training has been different. It looks different in there. I'm going to go with Vera here, guys. I'm going to say Vera by decision, but I mean, can Dominic Cruz win? Of course he can win, but I just feel like Cruz is just, I feel like, I say I'm not taking anything away from these guys, I feel like he's in a slight decline. His legs not moving like it used to. I'm not saying his legs are done, but he's just not moving like he used to. And he bases in like how I am too off my footwork. You know what I mean? But then when you start getting hit with punches and you start getting knocked down and hurt, if you get knocked down and hurt against Vera, Vera's gonna groan and pound you. He's gonna go for the kill. You know, so it could even be a finish in this fight. But I'm gonna go say decision by Vera, guys. Not confident. All right. Quick look at the odds here, guys. See what we're working with. Quick look at the odds. Let's see what these odds look like. We got an error here. We got an error number 10. What's up with that? Error number 10, huh? Alright, let's see here. Zalal, I got Zalal as favorite. Close fight. I don't disagree. Black Gear is making his debut. Short notice, but like I said, Zalal will drop the ball, man. So this is a fight here. You gotta be very careful. So even is great. Jason Witt, Josh Quinlan. They're high on Josh Quinlan, man. Nah, I disagree with that. When I see that, be careful. Because like I said, Witt is a veteran, and Josh Quinlan look like he's been juicing or steroids or substance maybe all his fight career. I mean, you don't know. So I mean, how does he look when he's not on it? Exactly. Will he gas out in the first round and then Witt just grind him out for the whole 3 rounds? Possible. So be very careful with this one, guys. Osbourne is high as hell too, man. Nah, man. Because remember, Tyson Nam is a veteran, man, and he'd been there. Osbourne, you know, he have a couple wins here and there, but you can't sleep on Nam because Nam been there and his power. He has power in that right hand. And if Osbourne, you know, he's a quicker guy here, but that don't mean he can't get caught coming in. Even though he's a quicker guy, he take a counter shot, and then he get knocked out. So Osbourne at 300, I totally disagree with that, man. Be freaking very careful. Careful, man. All right. Charles Ontiveros and Gabriel Benítez is the next one too, because Benítez is very hittable, and Charlie is quick as hell, especially in that first round. He's fast as hell. His kicks, his punches, taekwondo, in and out motions, lateral movement. He's fast and he's powerful with his strikes. The only thing is that he's also hittable, and he's grown. He can get taken down and beat up on the ground. But then in that first couple minutes, seconds, in those first minutes of the fight, first round, he can pop off spinning heels quickly, and if Gabriel is there to get hit, you can get knocked out. Believe me, I tell you that. So Gabriel being 300, be very careful with this one, man. I have Gabriel winning, but like I said, Charlie in that first round is very dangerous. So be careful. Covello and Nunes, I got Covello as favorite here. Man, I don't know about that, man. I mean, I'm liking Nunes, but I mean, like I said, Covello, she just, when the last time she got a submission, 2018, I mean, she hasn't been looking for no takedown. Just striking is kind of predictable. She's kind of stationary. I feel Nunes is a better striker. And Nunes is an American top team. I mean, I don't know, man. I would say even fight, but I wouldn't have covered her at 200. After her last fight, she gave up in the last fight. Which, not, you know what I'm saying? If you can't continue, then you can't continue. But she shouldn't be on 200 and something, man. Be careful with this. The odds are off on these cards, guys. The odds are too high for the guys, man. It's ridiculous. Martin Buday, 200, 300. I could see that, man. And Lucas, like I said, his striking is predictable, and his chin is high. He throws, he swings wild, and he overextends, he overcommit. His chin is out there. It just looks sloppy. I mean, but still, heavyweight guys, man. So it just take one shot. Even though it's sloppy, it's a, unexpected technique, I guess, right? But be very careful with this one, guys. All right. Hill and Gorditas, they're high on Gorditas, man, but she looked good in her last fight, though, man. If she come in there the same way, yeah, but still, man, they're kind of high on her. I would have her like a 180, 170, but not 300, because Hill is experienced. And what happened if Gorditas doesn't come in there the same way like she did in that last fight? You see what I'm saying? You just don't know. She shouldn't be so high. You know what I'm saying? That's why we look at the face-offs, which I'm going to put it on my Patreon account, guys. But the odds are ridiculous, man, on these cards, man. The odds are ridiculous, man. Be careful with this one, guys. But I like in Gorditas, and she come in here the same way like her last fight. She should win, but the odds are too high on her. Silva, 200, 300 against Gerald Merchant. Yeah, I mean, I could see that, but still, Merchant is like, sometimes he's on, sometimes he's off, and when he's on, and he can get a submission over you. And Silva ground game is not the best. Should win the fight, though. I feel Silva should get the win here, but not at 200. I have him maybe like 170, 180, man. The odds are off, because they're fighting guys that are experienced and veteran guys, man, that's been there and done it, and seen fighters already who fight similar ways. So the odds on the other guys shouldn't be so high, man. Lipski 1-200. Nah, I put this fight as even against Priscilla, and Lipski is even, because Lipski would drop the ball, man. Even though Priscilla is not the better fighter here, but it just take hard and mental, and Priscilla has that. She just can just run forward and eat a bunch of shots and just throw overhand. And Lipski may probably break under pressure, and that's it. So this is an even fight. I wouldn't put Lipski at no 125 or something like that, man, because she can lose the fight, man. Believe me. Devin Clark and Asmat. You got Asmat as favorite here. I can see kind of why, but again, man, Clark the more experienced guy here. What we see from Asmat last fight, it's like kind of suspect-y kind of. Even though his skill at the movement, his boxing looks good, he's quick, but it looks like he will fade. And Devin Clark is a grinder, man. He should be able to get a win here. I like Clark here, guys. If he's anything, this fight should be an even fight. Be careful. Yazmin and Isman. Yeah, Yazmin at 200. You see, these guys are kind of newcomers. Don't really see much about them. I like what I see from Yazmin, so I guess so. So, I mean, I can't really say much. I saw a couple fights from both guys, and I just like what I see from Yazmin. So, and she's a favorite, so it is what it is. But be careful. David Onama and Nate. David Onama at 300 or something. I can't really, say that's wrong. I think that's probably good on the odds there, because it's just a durability, man. It's just a durability. I don't feel Nate is that durable, and David Onama hits heavy, and his technique not bad. He's a well-rounded guy, and whatever Nate can do, I feel David does it better. So I don't really disagree with the odds. This is probably the only one that I say is, I could see that David will win at a high odd. Main fighter, Cruz and Vera. They got Vera 200 and something. I disagree with this one, man. Can't sleep on Cruz, man. Even though I say he seems like he may be declining, but can't sleep on him, man. If it's anything, this is an even fight, because Cruz could pull off a decision here. If he comes in there and, avoid getting hit, which he can, he can pull off a decision. But, man, it's kind of tough, man. Cruz just hasn't been looking the same like he used to. He's a little more hittable. He doesn't move his legs as quickly like he used to. Doesn't slip and bob and weave, and slip the punches like he used to. But I mean, we'll see what happens though. But yeah, I feel the odds here are kind of high, guys. Be careful with this card, man. I don't like what I see, but it is what it is. Play at your own risk. But that's about it there, guys. I'm going to drop my face-offs on the Patreon account. If you haven't signed up yet, sign up to that. And yeah, man, you guys keep on kicking. One love out to everybody. And